right, my dears. Hello, hello, happy New Year's Eve. This reading is for today, the 31st, and tomorrow, the 1st, and the next day, the 2nd. Just kind of using the energies that are available to us now and reflecting on how we can use them in our lives to kind of go with the flow and just improve and be present and enjoy what there is available to us now. So the first card is it's the angel card, and it's listening to your intuitive feelings. So things that are basically like intuition is always alive and it's always around us, and that magic of being able to tap into signs around us, it's always there. It's just a matter of us being present to it. When we get really caught up in kind of the daily cycles and, just going and going, that's when we get most out of tune with listening and with our intuition. So when we just sink into our bodies and what actually feels good, as opposed to our brains just telling us to do and do and do and do and do, that's when we can really use our intuitive powers, connect with our guides, and have the most kind of like the most harmony in ourselves and the most good messages coming through. So next is the fame card, and this card is all about the work that we do, the creative endeavors that we pursue, things that we put out into the universe, and things that we do with our own creative power, and how that actually has an impact on the whole community, the whole world community. When we do a piece of art, it's done best when it comes from our soul, when it comes from our spirit, and we're just doing it because it feels good. And then it has a much bigger impact than, okay, we're sitting down and doing a piece of art just so we can show it to other people, just so we can share it, right? It's really about like personal expression, whether it's in art or whatever kind of business you're in or whatever kind of hobby you have. It's all just about using that creativity and that joy, and then we know that it has an impact on the world around us in a positive way. Next is the death card, and it's reversed. So yesterday in the reading, we drew a card. I don't remember what it was now, but we drew a card that was having to do with resisting change. And this is yet another reminder saying how we may be resisting change, that something is coming to an end, some cycle is completing, and whatever difficulty we feel with it is because of the high level of resistance that we're having with the change. So the more that you can let go and roll with it and accept change in your life, open arms, ready for something new, the easier this transition will be. Next is the magic card. So this card is all about connecting to any kind of like personal ritual or ceremony or practices connecting with nature, doing like a full moon ceremony, things like that. So whatever your magic is, whatever has you connect with that part of yourself, now is a really good time to do that. It's a new year, it's a new moon, so all this newness is available, and connecting with nature and getting grounded and connecting with our own personal power and our own personal magic is going to put us in a really good place to move forward. Next is revelry. So this is an amazing New Year's Eve and New Year's card. Just all about like dropping the day-to-day routine and the kind of like hamster wheel and stepping out of that and being fully present in the celebration of now, finding joy in now. you know, tapping into those around you, and you know, dancing, having wine, whatever. Just celebrating the now, and once again, kind of like reminding ourselves that we're not just our brains. We're not just our brains that are always telling us to do stuff. We are most in our bodies and most expressed and feel most alive when we actually tap into our feelings and our desires. So this card is for joy and being in the moment, and soak that up right now. It's good stuff. Good stuff. And last, we have the Lovers card. And this is all about relationships that we have in our lives, the kind of relationships that we want to have, the kind of person that we want to be, who we choose to be our lovers, who we choose to have in our lives. And this is with close relationships. This is with really not only lovers, but with family, friends, like very much about like those relationships that are deep and deep in the heart, have a lot of compassion, and finding the fulfillment in that. So not finding fulfillment in like lustful relationships or very surface relationships, or kind of like maybe more temporary, but just really finding the meaning and finding the joy and deep satisfaction, deep internal happiness from those close, meaningful relationships that we have in our lives. So a lot of cards in just 7 minutes, but I hope you loved it, and I hope you can use this information to carry you forward into the new year. Blessings.